Hello. So today I want to tell you about the card shedding game, 1 a.m. Jailbreak from Saashi Saashi. I adore all of the games from them that I have played. I wish they had greater North American distribution because they can be a little bit difficult to find. Although Come Sail Away from them did just get released here, so I'm hoping possibly this will too, to be a little bit easier. I do know Board Game Bliss has it though, so check there. So in this game, you are trying to get rid of all of your cards before daybreak. If you manage to do that, then you will score 0 points, and everyone who still has cards will score points. I love these cards because they remind me of like, Where's Waldo? So you have your wild card, and it shows that it can be any value from 1 to 8. And then you have your cards, and the number and the color all correspond. So all number 2s will be orange, all number 6s will be green, and depending on player count will determine which numbers you play with. So every player is dealt 12 cards, and you are simply trying to get rid of your cards first. But every time you play cards out, you must draw 1 to 2 cards back to your hand. So it's not quite as easy as it seems. So like I said, the size of this deck will vary based on player count. So when you're playing a 3-player game, after you've dealt everything out, you only have about that many cards left. And there will be a line of 5 that are available at all times. And this is when you have to draw back up at the end of your turn. You may choose to draw 1 or 2 from here, or you can draw from the top of the deck, which will be an unknown card. When you are playing cards down, you have the option to play cards of the same number. In rummy style games, those are known as books, or you have the option to play numbers sequentially, or if you play a lot of rummy games, those are known as runs. Cards can vary in length when you play it down. So the first player to go for each round gets the option to play 1, 2, or 3 cards. This is important because however many cards you play, the next player must play 1 more or 1 fewer than you played. So if you played 2 cards, that player must now play 1 or 3 cards. If you played 3 cards, they must now play exactly 2 or 4 cards. If they cannot or don't want to play that amount, they will pass. And what that does is that wipes these 5 cards out and 5 new ones come out. This is dangerous because, again, the daybreak card that is at the bottom of this pile, once it comes out, everybody has to total up how many cards are in their hand, and that will be their points. And in this game, you do not want points. So passing is risky because it gets through this deck faster. The other thing you can do, let's say the person went before me and they played 3 5s. Wherever you're playing, that's called the tunnel. We're prisoners. We're trying to get out. You know, it's a card game. Themes are loose. So they played 5 cards. And now they played 3 cards. They played 3 5s. Let's say I really want to play 5 cards though. But as per the rules, I cannot play 5 cards. They played 3 cards, so that means I get to play 2 or 4 cards exactly. No more, no less. Except at the beginning of your turn, you get to do this thing called shooting ahead. So if I cannot or don't want to play 2 or 4, I can add 1 to theirs. So this is now 4 cards, and then I can play my cards. So I may now play 3 or 5 cards. So now I could play, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be an option, or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or in this case, I can play 5 1s. So those are out of my hand, and then I must add 1 or 2 cards back to my hand. So based on what I have, let's take this 2. My turn would be over. Play would pass to the next person. I now played 5 cards. They have the option to add to this to shoot ahead. If they choose not to do that, they may play 4 or 6 cards. If they shoot ahead, so there's now 6 cards here, they may play 5 or 7 cards, which is great because you get a ton of cards out of your hand. However, the bigger this gets, eventually someone is not going to be able to play, which is going to force us to pass, which is going to bring daybreak sooner. So you do need to be careful about how big you take this pile, especially as this dwindles, if you want to have 0 cards when daybreak happens, or be able to have 0 cards before the end of the game. The game is played over 3 rounds. Whoever has the lowest score wins. So this is a clever shedding game. The theme, again, we're escaping. We've got the tunnel. We've got the cells, all of that. I love the artwork. I love a good shedding game. I love Saashi and Saashi. So I'm a big fan of this game. If you've played it, please let me know what you think. What are some of your favorite shedding games? Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.